Aloha, sweet, sweet souls. It's Katsura Balanza here in Cochabamba, Bolivia, and doing another later night. It's like 7:30 here. Anyway, I was working out, and all of a sudden, the inspiration came. And I was going to do a video earlier today, and I asked my inner source, I was like, is this the right time? And the answer was blatantly no, and I'm to find now is the right time. Try to get some light here. I have a bright light in the back. Don't know if that helps or not. Anyway, so let's go ahead and we'll start with our breath, that breath of life, connecting to all of life. Breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. If you need, go ahead and take another one or two or three. Really tap into heart, connect with heart. And so, what has been coming up a lot lately is what is going on in the world with all the different political activity taking place, uprisings everywhere. Okay, I mean, maybe not everywhere, but I mean, you look into the news. I read something from Anonymous recently or something like that, and I mean, they listed off like 20, 30 countries. It was a lot. Bolivia is definitely one of them. And so I am not going to get in depth on the political aspect of things. I'm more tapped into the spiritual aspect, although I really am advocating for some major shifts. And as it happens right now on this earth, politics is a big part of that. I'm starting to really believe that. And feeling more inspired to join in those forces while staying true to what really truly calls me, which is spirit and spiritual work. So, on a spiritual aspect, here we have all these different countries, and they are going through some major shifts in power. They are going through people standing up, getting their voices heard. All right, so here we are having all these uprisings. What could this possibly mean? I think we can put anything to it, any meaning we wish to make from it, and that is the story we are building. And so what has really been sitting with me as I try to process the different stories and different accounts that I've been hearing is remembering the guidance, Essence Catheris, and I'll start saying these beautiful friends' names who are inspiring to me, Essence Catheris and her work and creating your story and coming back to what story are we building? What are we speaking into reality? Are we perpetuating the stories of disempowerment, or are we creating stories of empowerment? Are our stories what we are speaking, what we are feeding our minds, what we are diving into belief? Are they building and creating the earth, the reality we wish to see? Or are we, through what we are taking in, listening, saying, are we continuing to perpetuate old paradigm stories? And being here in Bolivia during this time, witnessing, talking with a variety of locals, and also hearing the stories that are put out on the internet have really given me a lot of perspective of how much it's important to, take it all in, be aware, read, whatever you're inspired to, follow that trail as much as it is helping to be a guide of empowerment opposed to disempowerment, stay in the empowerment, and follow those, take in the knowledge. And also, though, really like tap inside into your own intuitive heart, into your own intuitive mind, and also what is wanting to come through for the greatest purpose of all. And this is tricky. With that, I really want to challenge all of you to really reflect upon the stories that you are saying and building, and really feel into if that is the story that you want to be the creation story down the line. I'm not saying to close your eyes and be ignorant to what is taking place. I am just asking that you really continue to build a reality that is filled with love, that brings joy, that brings a sense of connectedness, that unites, stories that bring together, not opposing stories, creating one enemy and one friend, and these are the good guys, these are the bad guys. We've done that. We've lived that. We've played it out already. Let's go ahead and build the story in which we're uniting and coming together. And you know what? That might sound like a bunch of woo-woo. That's okay. If you've been listening to me, I love woo-woo, and I love our planet. I love you, and I trust that we can shift into something greater than we ever imagined. And I also want to add with this in our storytelling and just our awareness of where we are right now, and share a little insight of a channeled message. And yeah, Essence Catheris is really coming through right now. And in this message, the message was that nothing is as it seems. And so, what is out there, what our egoic mind is used to experiencing, is used to understanding, is comfortable in, is time to just let those beliefs kind of shatter and crumble away, and remember that there is so much that goes on that we don't see. And I'm not just talking about in politics and the government. I mean, there is a lot that goes on that we don't see. But beyond that, the other realm, life is matter, and it's also a lot of energy. And so, energetically, what's going on in your life? How are things shifting that you are surprised and just like, whoa, this is different than I ever expected? And it's just a complete change. And have you ever had that experience where you totally believe this is the way it is? And then all of a sudden you're like, oh, it's not that way. Okay, things change. Just remember that things change, shift happens, and it's time for us to take responsibility for what we are building and creating. And really, I ask you to help us all create an existence that is helping us to climb to our most heart focused, heart centered reality that is inspired, inspirited. That feels good. That feels complete. I want to thank you for being on this earth in this now moment and for being a part of this great shift, this global revolvolution, and for doing the hard work, the beautiful work, the divine work, and just remember to trust in heart, trust in you, trust in all that is. If ever you are feeling like you just need a little extra love, reach out to a friend, hug a tree, connect with Mama Gaia. Such good medicine there, best medicine there is. And I also offer Reiki in person or distance. I offer card readings, tarot, and oracle, as well as intuitive guidance, all donation based. It is my honor and my pleasure to serve you, dear great one. Thank you. Thank you for listening. I love you always and in always. So much love. Ciao, ciao.